Hello, everybody. I am DySyncZ, once again coming at you as an AVGL commentator, and I am going to be talking through my predictions of. I looked over the matchups for this week, and I'm not really feeling anything that's good enough for me to sit here and talk to you guys about and break down and talk about the implications this has moving forward. So instead, I decided to kind of do what JMac did last time around. I am doing my top 8 teams as is so beautifully illustrated. This is soft seeding, this is power rankings, this is somebody else that doesn't play this game right now sitting here and telling you this is what I think. Taking it all with a grain of salt. It's not saying, top 2 teams, that's it. Those are the 2 teams going to land. Everybody else, pack your bags, get out. This is just me saying, as I should probably move more in the camera, which is the opposite of what I just did. Hello. This is me taking my teams and saying, this is what I would think. Just from educated guess what I know about people, what I don't know about people. So let's just get right into it. And we're going to start with a team that's already up on your screen. This is my number 8, the University of California, Santa Cruz. I've gone through, I recognize a couple of these names. I put them to win their division last time around. I didn't want to commit to that simply because they beat California State University, Los Angeles. That is a team with only 1 loss right now. So that's why I'm up there. I recognize a couple of these names. Civ, Luis, Laris, I believe I know as well, and Kapivsky, but I think I just know Kapivsky because of Kaspanify over in the European Challengers scene. I don't have much faith for this team. This is a team of essentially 5 randos. Whoever is competing on this team, I'm not entirely sure about that. And that sucks because teams with randos have surprised me in the past. Most notably, Loomside is a player that I knew nothing about, but I was so incredibly impressed with his play when I got to see him. He had his various issues, but it's whatever. Still, this team, there's a lot of good teams, a lot of recognizability, and I just don't think that this team has it in them to be able to beat one of those teams. Maybe they will, maybe they'll prove me wrong. That'd be really exciting, I think, for our league, but as of right now, I cannot put it in them. They're my least likely team of the 8 predicted division winners. You go ahead and snag a land spot, which brings us to number 7, also interchangeable with number 6, University of Tennessee Orange. University of Tennessee Orange, let's just say that I said that the team that was going to win their division was Riverside. And they beat Riverside last week. So now, obviously, my vote has to go in favor of University of Tennessee Orange. But the unfortunate thing about that is that no matter what, they would be in the exact same position. Riverside, I had listed in the same spot as that they find themselves in right now. 7, arguably 6. And I'll be honest, I only put them in 7 because I think that the Tennessee Orange, University of Tennessee Orange, is not their name, but the color. One of the most obnoxious colors in college. I hate it. But that's all besides the point. I think that University of Tennessee Orange, it is an uphill battle for them because they are just, I recognize names here. Wolp, Pepe, Rom, August, Earth. These are players that I've seen around, but I don't think that they have that power to go ahead and take off games from top teams that will be listed later on in this. And you need to take off a set from them. You need to win in our gauntlet system. I don't think they can do that. So that is why I'm not giving them my nod. They're the number 7 seed. Interchangeable with number 6 seed was going to be Penn State University. Once again, I'm only seeding this team higher because of a couple names. Penumbra, Totable, Keeper of the Rice, Minus are the 4 names really here. And these are 4 players that I know. And I've seen them do well in Smite Central. I've seen them do reasonably well in the Friday Night Smite. I've seen that. Penumbra was in the console league. That's why they're getting my official nod as number 6. They're still entirely interchangeable with number 7. This is a team that, once again, I just don't think they have the stopping power to be able to take down the top team. They are a decently strong roster. In fact, I think this roster could walk into Smite Central and be in the semis. That's just what I believe, but a lot of people don't compete in those Smite Central tournaments that are competing later on down the line. I don't think that they would stand a chance. There's some teams that I look at and I say, this is a gauntlet team. This could be in our challenger circuit. This is not one of those teams. That is why they're being put in my 6th spot. Which takes me up to number 5. And it's St. Joseph's. I actually had an internal debate about this team could be at number 4, and I'll talk about why I'm not giving them that number 4 nod. But Mojo Cat, he was at LAN last year. In fact, he's the only he's a player that went to LAN and is competing, and we'll see where he can go. But on his team, he's got Glickman, Zetasphere, Exterminator, Booty Call Jones. I really like that name. There's some ridiculous names on this team. Booty Call Jones and boy Jim, Jimothy. Whatever. All besides the point. Muffin as well. It's just funny. Muffin's honestly just a funny name. But the reason I'm going to go ahead and put them down here is simply because we did not see any of these players at that higher level of the combine. We didn't see any of them reach the point where their team could be put into consideration, and I can only judge it really off of that, because now we're getting into the point where ranking these teams is going to be a bit more difficult, or can be a bit more difficult. I think that Mojo Cat has a pretty solid eye for talent. I think that Mojo Cat can kind of spot some players, and this is a team he's been to LAN. He was technically captain of the last team, Nodes Gaming, that went to LAN. But I'm having a really, really hard time believing that this team can beat the teams that I put in front of it, simply because of the name power on it. And maybe they'll prove me wrong. I welcome that. But for right now, I'm putting St. Joseph's at number 5, which brings me to number 4, which once again, this was very, very close for me. I almost changed this around. It is the Ohio State University with Sidewinder, Ghost Ninja, Sheikah, and Payne. So Ghost Ninja and Sidewinder were on opposing sides last time around, and Payne as well. Ghost Ninja was Sidewinder was actually on a team with Loomside, CJM. That was the Rise Again squad. I had to remember their names. I don't remember which team Ghost Ninja and Payne, I combined them on, were on last time around, but they ended up actually getting beat by CJM and the boys, and I thought that Sidewinder, and I still do think that CJM has been performed below the level that their team can. But now the reason that I'm putting my faith in this team, first of all, Ampane has a sick magical ADC god. Ampane's ability to play mages is extremely high, but that's where it gets blurry for him. His ability to play regular hunters, not as good, but we'll have to see moving forward. Ghost Ninja, we've seen him get beat in the solo lane. The reason that I'm giving this team this nod, Sheikah. Sheikah is a Challenger Circuit mid laner who's really good. He's really, really, really good. Sheikah is one of the better mid laners in the amateur scene, and even though his team was up for relegations, that matters. I really don't. I think that this team is pretty strong overall, and they have a good shot. I mean, Sidewinder is better this season. Ghost Ninja is better. Precap is better. Well, I can't say Precap is better. I don't remember seeing Precap last season, but these are 5 good players. These are, I'd say, 3 good players, 1 really good player, and Sheikah. So as far as amateur scenes are concerned, Sheikah is one of the better ones that you can get. And I do think that this team, while still rough, they have a shot to start shooting above where they are. I would give them a better chance. Once again, they're at number 4, which means they're not in LAN, which takes me to my next team, just on the edge, Stony Brook. More Brooklyn and the boys. More Yumta, Bomber, Sammy, Mando, Giggle. I don't know who's starting. I don't know if it's Mando or Giggle, but it don't matter. I think it's Mando. I think Mando wears. I'm not sure. Once again, it is tough to tell sometimes who's playing on these teams, but we've broadcasted the games we've broadcasted, I'll be honest. But this is a team that really starts to, I almost put them up a little bit higher after this past week calendar circuit relegations, where Mort Brooklyn led his team, commitment committee being in the challengers circuit now off of that combine performance. This is a good team. This has a lot of, Little Sammy and Giggle were some of my favorites to watch last year. I thought that they were so surprising. Sam has an impressive Hoon Boss, and Hoon Boss is popular, so I'll give him my nod. I like Mort. I know he's going to the mid lane for the AVGL. At least that's what he's been doing. That's what he likes doing, and Mort's real good. Mando's good. Yumta's good. There's just so many really good people on this team that my nod goes their way. I think that this team can very easily find themselves in a situation where they're getting in. You put them on just the outer edge. The reason why is because my number 2 team, no surprise, Salisbury University, Collateral Fatal, Blaziken, Dean, and Dan, the Corn Idiots, as so affectionately by other people. Collateral Fatal, Dean, and Dan. Dan's Land, not Daniel's Game, I think is what he called, or Dan's Gaming. Yeah, Dan's Gaming, I think is called. Those were the 4 players that were on nodes last year, and now here they are. Back on a team with a good shot at land, except they've made a trade, and they've definitely made a trade up. Mojocat for Blaziken is a huge improvement in the jungle, mostly because Mojocat, not a jungler, Blaziken is. This team is really good. Fiddle doesn't have to play a hunter, first of all, and they can still win. They can still find success, though. Soul, not quite to the same prevalence. I got to give the advantage to them over a team like Stony Brook for one reason and one reason only. There. That's it. And I think that Dan and Dean really stepped it up at land last year. They look so much better on land than they did online. And I think that they really can take that moment forward and try and get back to that. That is where my nod goes, side of Salisbury. But I think that this is the only spot that's being contended right now. Congratulations. This is your team that's going to land. Cardiac, Osoth, Puckum, DayToRemember, Dingo Dow, Fine OK, Boop. I'll be honest. I do believe that now Osoth might be back on this roster for various reasons. I'm not sure about it. There might be a roster switch up here between a couple, between specifically looking at one role, and this is, unfortunately, this is behind the scenes information, and I cannot reveal it. What I can reveal is that one player that I think is the most important player that is not leaving this team is DayToRemember. Much to my chagrin, he did find himself back in the AVGL. I did want him to make Pro League. I thought his team could do it, but no, they're in the Challenger circuit now, so hey, he's going to farm some AVGL kids. And the fact that this team was essentially a merger of PCC Forever Gold and the Pistol Pete's, and they took the better parts of both and combined them together, that means that this team is good. And I personally think that this is your only team that's guaranteed to go to LAN. And I think that the other 7 teams on this list would be agreeing with me because they are that dominant. Today is the one I'm revealing. Again, no spoilers. Big mix up. If the information won't be out by the time I do this, I don't think. So I don't think it is out right now. So, however, that is going to be my soft CD power rankings. Going through the list one more time. University of California, Santa Cruz is at my 8th. Likely to win their division, unlikely to go to LAN. Same thing for University of Tennessee, Orange, Penn State University, St. Joseph's University, the Ohio State University is going to have some issues. Stony Brook, less issues. Salisbury, likely, but still have some issues. Tarrant, they're going. Those are my predictions. Feel free to, honestly, if you're a player or if you're a casual viewer and you got a question about this, feel free to message me and I can explain this better if you really want me to. However, these are soft seedings. I hope all of you enjoyed this video. Hope all of you have a better idea of the AVGL, the way that the top 8 stands right now. Definitely a better idea than when JMac made. Right? Am I right? However, that means that I will be seeing all of you next time. Tune in on twitch.tv/AVGL on Thursdays and Saturdays in order to catch the action live. Well, maybe, hopefully, there. Bye.